Yo, what's up, gang? As usual, it's your boy, Mr. Snippy Snip himself, Lahima. How are you guys doing today? Hope you guys are having a great new year. And yeah, if you guys already know, on this channel, I do a weekly poll where I ask you guys, what do you guys want to see next? And you ask for how to sound like Joji tutorial. So that's what we're going to do today. But before we go ahead and hop into this bit, if you haven't already, going to make sure to hit that like button. Actually, don't even hit it, smash that bit. While you're at it, going to make sure to comment down below what artist you guys want me to do next. And also while you're at it, going to make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit that bell button to stay notified when I post new stuff. And please make sure you hit the bell button. It really helps up the channel and helps you guys get notified when I post anything. Also, we're going to make sure to join the Discord. The link will be in the description as well as pinned in the comments. And most importantly, check out your boy's new website, lahimaos.com, where you can find the craziest sample packs, vocal presets, other crap. It's brand new, just launched it, so please make sure to check it out. And I'll be using a lot of those samples from the sample packs in the store in today's video. And I'll leave that pinned in the comments as well as in the description as well. But anyways, with that being said, let's go and hop in. So I'm going to start off with the kicks, and that's basically the core of any Joji track. So for the kick, I'm using my How kick from my Blossom sample pack. You can find it on my website. And all I'm doing is just taking out some of the top end and then just putting the low end in mono. And with all the effects, it sounds like this. As you can hear, it's very thumpy, hits hard, you know what I'm saying? And it's all really just from a good kick sample and just taking out all the low end. And then if I take off the kind of EQ that's kind of softening it up, you'll hear that hits a lot harder. But it's a lot more distorted, which is not really how Joji kicks usually sound. So that's why I kind of chose not to have it like that. So then for the snare, I just have a rim shot. Joji usually uses like a rim shot or like a piece of Foley for his snares most of the time. So I just went with the rim shot because I like the way it sounds more. So here's the rim shot. And very similar thing, I'm just taking out a lot of the top end, just make it sound softer and more lo-fi. And then along with that, I have a clap that's underneath the rim shot that's just playing on the 2 and the 4 to kind of make it a little bit more wider, especially during the choruses. So it gives a lot more width. And just to do that, all I did was just throw this widener plugin on it, which just makes it wider. And that claps from my homeboy XO. Then along with that, I have this noise impact, a crash, a little percussion hit, and then a rim shot. And all together, the drums sound like this. So as you can hear, it has a lot of life to it. It's very lively and has a good groove, which is really what you want from, you know, Joji style tracks. You want to kind of look like almost like drunken groove to your drums, you know what I'm saying? So you want to be a little bit more lively than you would kind of with most like modern trap stuff. So yeah, with the drums done, now let's hop into the bass. So for the bass, I kept it really simple. It's really just playing the root of the chords and then just has little extra notes on top, kind of pitching it around. So with everything, it sounds like this. Nice groove to it as well. And what really makes this bass kind of work is a couple things. So the first thing is that I'm just using kind of a serum preset that I found, just kind of a stock one, along with some distortion from Trash. Then I just EQ out all of the top end. Joji basses are strictly low end. He doesn't usually have a very kind of top ending bass. And then just have a sidechain to the kick. And the main sauce is this Ozone 9 imager, which is basically making the bass really wide. And so if you don't have Ozone 9, a cheap, easy way you can do it is by using my rack little splitter. And basically what this rack does is that it separates the low end and the top end of a sound. So for example here, when you open it up, you'll see that I have an EQ that separates the low end from the top end of the sound. And then you can just throw any plugin that widens on the top end of the sound. So for example, you can throw the free plugin by... I don't know the name of the company that makes this thing, but it's called Widener by Infected Mushroom, and basically just make the bass really wide. That's what makes this bass really pop, is that it has a lot of width to it versus kind of a more mono bass, which you usually never hear in Joji songs. They're always like really wide basses. So you want to keep that in mind when you're making your basses. So yeah, with the bass done, now let's hop into the melodic stuff. So for Joji songs, he usually has kind of like a very, you know, lo-fi sounding piano sample that kind of runs throughout the song. So that's really what I chose to do here. I have 2 of them that I made myself just by recording one of my synths in the background, playing piano, and then just kind of threw some effects on it. So pretty much all the piano stuff in the song has the exact same effect chain on it, which is just kind of the Super VHS plugin made by Baby Audio, which just is basically a lo-fi effect plugin. There's 1,000 of them. You can get tons of them for free, and they're pretty much everywhere. Then I used an EQ just to kind of band pass it a little bit, make it a little bit darker sounding, and then just some overdrive. So with all the effects on it, the piano sample sounds like this. As you can hear, it's very wide. It's got a little bit of reverb on it as well from the Baby Audio plugin, which gives it a lot of space and makes it sound very interesting. Then along with that, I have one more piano sample that plays in the choruses and for actually majority of the song. And that piano sample is pretty much has the exact same effect chain as the last one. The only difference is that it's just doing more melodically because it's kind of playing more notes. So that piano sample sounds like this. So you can hear it's pretty much the exact same chords, just more stuff going on. I got a nice groove to it as well too. Then along with that, I have this flute sample that I made, which is pretty much from the same synth from behind me. And all that's doing is just playing some notes, and then I just have an auto panner on it that's just panning it from left to right. And it has the same Super VHS plugin on it. So you're gonna see that everywhere. So just Super VHS and a lot of reverb. So that flute sample sounds like this. As you can hear, it's kind of panning from left to right. That's what gives it a lot of, good amount of space to it. It makes it sound like there's a lot of movement in the track. For the last melodic element, I have this vocal sample that I made of me saying I. And all I did was just throw some chorus and distortion on it and just kind of widen it a lot. And Joji does this actually a lot. He'll kind of have these extra texture vocals in the background that kind of fill up a lot of the space since he doesn't have a lot of instrumentation kind of in the song. So the vocal sample sounds like this. So as you can hear, very wide, very nice sounding with a lot of reverb. That pretty much ends it for the melodic stuff in the song. Like I said, Joji keeps it really simple, which really makes the song kind of sound much more repetitive and kind of chanty and kind of mantra like he does. Now let's move into the vocals. So here's how the vocals for the track sound. Yeah, I don't mind, party all night. Hate to say it, I don't want that much. So as you can hear, it's a very wide sounding vocal. It's got a lot of space to it, a lot of reverb and delay, which is really what you want in a Joji style vocal. So how I got this vocal was really simple. First off, start off with some auto-tune. As you can see, I have a very low retune speed. Joji can really sing, so he doesn't really need a lot of auto-tune. So and the same thing in the song, I didn't really use that much auto-tune because this kind of keys works well for my voice. Then the main sauce, which is the EQ, I took out this boxy frequency here at about 600, and then this kind of nasally sound that I have in my voice around 3K, and then just took out the low end because we don't need it for a vocal anyways. Then I just added a de-esser to remove some of my sibilants. I compressed it a crap ton. I'm doing about, looks like, yeah, I don't mind 10 dBs of gain reduction. All night. Hate to say it, I don't want that much. And the reason why this compressor compression is so important, especially for vocals, is that it makes the volume of the vocal consistent. So it makes it the loudest thing in the mix and kind of sits in front of the mix, which is what people usually describe when they say, oh, that's a very upfront vocal. They just mean the volume is consistent and it's loud. So then along with that, I have a additive EQ, which is just adding in some stuff. So I have a boost here to kind of boost the presence of my voice, and then another boost here to boost the brightness of my voice. And the reason why I did this EQ second and not first is that you always want to remove stuff before you add stuff. So you want to clean it up and then you can, make it bright or whatever that you want to do. Then lastly, another de-esser because I added kind of all that top end, and then just a chorus to make it the mono vocal a little bit wider. Then for the effects, kind of descends, I have a reverb that is just, I'm EQing out the bottom end because we don't need it for the vocal. We can actually even pull that up a little bit more if we wanted to. And then just taking out some of the top end. And then all I have is just kind of a hall verb basically that's centered in the middle though. And then for the delay, I'm using the delay by Baby Audio called Comeback Kid. In my opinion, this is like one of, if not the best delay module on the market. This thing is so good. It does so much stuff. And if you want actually to check it out, I have an affiliate link down below where you can check out this plugin specifically. And actually, all the plugins I have affiliate link for, so go check it out in the description. And pretty much what I have is just a wide delay with the ping pong, and then I just have like a little tape effect on it. This is all just extra sauce, you know what I'm saying? But the main thing here is that you want to make sure that the delay is very wide and that it's ducking out when the vocal is singing. So the reason why this plugin is so convenient is that it has a duck feature. So basically when the vocal is playing and singing, the delay will duck underneath it. So that way it makes the vocal very clear and easy to understand. It's not fighting with the delay. And that's it. And I just have it on an eighth, which pretty much for anything to do with Joji, everything you're going to be doing is going to be playing with eighths. So then I have a chorus just for some extra sauce, and then just a little bit of pedal just to kind of give the tails a little bit of, the kind of delay, a little bit of extra grit to it. So it's a little bit more grimy. And yeah, that pretty much ends it for today, guys. If you guys want to hear the full song, I'm going to leave a link to the song in the description down below. And also I'll put it in the comments as well so you can check it out. It'll be on SoundCloud. And yeah, if you guys like the video and like me, go ahead and make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also check out your boy's new website. Like I said, tons of dope stuff on there, and I'll be throwing a lot more stuff in the coming future as well. Sign up for the newsletter, join the Discord, and stay happy and all that good shit. But anyways, hope you guys are having a good new year, and I will see you guys soon again. Lahima, out.